Hello, everyone. I am Puchilu Badu, and welcome to Jamdown News Network. Here are the headlines for this week. Maitland seeks case dismissal in Donnelly Donaldson murder trial. Counselor apprehends man who abducts 6-year-old girl. Holness and Warmington standoff in Parliament. Prime Minister Motley on Forbes 100 most powerful women in the world list. Miss Jamaica Universe returns home after serious fall. This and other stories in a minute. And now for the news. A St. Mary man nearly lost his life last night after he asked his woman if she had gained a little weight. Reports are that at about 7:30 p.m. last night, after dinner, 35-year-old Barrington Lewis noticed that his common-law wife, Esther Cummings, was having a hard time zipping her jeans. He casually asked her if she had gained a little weight, particularly in the belly area, which was noticeably bulging. It is said that Cummings fired a warning shot, but Lewis insisted that he was just trying to help and recommended that his lover of 5 years sign up for the gym and stop stuffing her face with chocolate and pastry. 2 more shots were heard and neighbors summoned the police. Upon their arrival, the lawmen found Lewis clinging for dear life in an ackee tree. No charges have been made. Cummings was taken in for questioning, but was later released after she offered the lawmen slices of Christmas cake and sorrel. Lewis is said to be recovering in hospital and is in stable condition, though shaken. The case involving influencer Donnelly Donaldson, who is feared deceased, and her lover, Constable Noel Maitland, saw 36 witnesses being called up to give evidence for the prosecution. The trial started in May. The defense is seeking a dismissal of the murder charge on Maitland. On Monday, the prosecution gave its closing arguments to the 7-member jury of 3 women and 4 men. The defense then indicated that they would be seeking to have the matter dismissed, as in their view, the prosecution failed to prove that Maitland was guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Maitland is being tried for murder and preventing the lawful burial of a corpse in relation to the July 12, 2022 disappearance of popular social media influencer Donnelly Donaldson, who was 24 years old at the time. Donaldson was last seen at the Chelsea Manor Appointment Complex in St. Andrew, which was Maitland's residence. Maitland has been represented by prominent attorneys, including Christopher Townsend, King's Counsel Larry Smith, Chadwick Berry, Sanjay Smith, and Cassian Kennedy Sherman. A man is in custody following an alleged abduction of a missing 6-year-old girl in Clarendon. The police have confirmed that the missing girl was found in the company of the man in Maypen on Tuesday afternoon. The child was identified as Anka Glasgow of Inglewood Drive, Victoria Avenue in Clarendon, and has been reported missing from school at about 2:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Quick thinking on the part of a local councillor, Sean Barneswell of the PMP Hayes Division, who spotted the man and the abducted child on Glenmore Road near the intersection of the Bustamante Highway. The man is said to be undergoing assessment to verify his identity and his state of mind. The little girl was said to have appeared unharmed and was taken to a medical facility to be examined. And meanwhile, the child's mother alleges that there could have been more vigilance in terms of security at the school compound, as the little girl was not missed until her parents went to collect her later that day. There was a heated standoff in Parliament between Speaker of the House and wife of Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Mrs. Juliette Holness, and MP Everall Warmington. Some Jamaicans have renewed their clamor for Mrs. Holness to step down based on her handling of the chair. A video clip of the heated exchange between the two parliamentarians was making the rounds on social media this week. Mr. Warmington accused Mrs. Holness of cutting off his microphone unduly, something which is said to be a common practice of the Speaker. In October, the opposition stormed out of Parliament following another fiery exchange with the Speaker, allegedly that the Speaker alleging that their legitimate questions about preparedness for Hurricane Melissa were being thwarted. Daniel Archer has resigned as Principal Director of the National Integrity Action, a leading local anti-corruption and transparency organization. The organization is the local chapter of Transparency International. Archer has been a very vociferous critic of Jamaica's government framework and has been criticized mainly by politicians for her outspoken position. Her resignation takes effect December 31. Archer was praised by the NIA for her visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to public integrity. The S Hotel is currently constructing 61 bedroom homes for victims of Hurricane Melissa. This welcome move has come just in time for the Christmas holidays. The houses are said to have a total value of $21 million and are specifically geared towards residents of Western Jamaica who lost their homes during the hurricane. The one-bedroom, self-contained units are part of an initiative called S for Shelters. Already, 3 homes have been delivered, with 2 to 3 homes slated to be finished per day. The first recipient was a gentleman who is paralyzed. And a Jamaican pilot has won a $2.4 million jet from popular influencer Mr. Beast. Jamaican-born Jabari Brown is 20 years old and the youngest pilot to come out on top in the series of challenges. He copped US $2.4 million jet after beating 99 other pilots in a YouTube challenge hosted by Mr. Beast. The challenge included hauling an airplane, surviving jet blasts, and skydiving. The challenges took place in Saudi Arabia in October. The grueling task went on for a staggering 19 hours. The last man with his hand on the jet, which was Mr. Brown, was declared the winner, and he said he thought that he would have been portrayed as a villain because of the way that he handled himself during the competition. However, Mr. Brown emerged the winner. There was a controversy at the Boulevard Baptist Church regarding a matter of a vote involving whether or not members of the LGBTQ community should be allowed to become members of the church. The congregants are said to have struck the matter from their recent meeting agenda in opposition to the gesture. The pastor, Reverend Devon Dick, capitalized on the coincidence of his surname and decided to place on the agenda of the church business meeting the discussion and vote regarding same-sex unions being granted the church's blessings. This comes in the same week when the Equality for All Foundation launched its updated Queer Agenda and National Advocacy document that seeks to improve the lives of persons within the LGBTQ community. And meanwhile, in related news, a safe house facility that provides housing for members of the homosexual community is said to be full to capacity. On top of that, there is said to be a long waiting list. At present, the Equality for All Foundation provides shelter for up to 25 homeless members of the homosexual community. Miss Jamaica Universe 2025, Dr. Gabrielle Henry, is scheduled to continue her medical treatment in Jamaica following her fall from the 5-foot stage during the preliminary round of the competition earlier this month. Gabrielle sustained serious injuries, including bleeding and swelling on her brain, a collapsed lung that occurred during treatment, lacerations to her face and body. She will continue treatment and is recovering here in Jamaica and has been transferred directly to hospital. In regional news, Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Amor Motley, has been granted a coveted spot on the Forbes World's Most Powerful Women list. Mia Motley was elected Prime Minister of Barbados in 2018 and became the first woman to hold that position. She has become a global leader in the cause of climate change, making a heartfelt speech to the UN in 2021. Prime Minister Motley has been ranked 99 on the list of Forbes 100 most powerful women in the world for 2025, including influential leaders in politics, business, and philanthropy. And to end the news, a man was fatally shot by the police after a failed robbery attempt in the gated community of Phoenix Park, Phase 3 in Portmore, St. Catherine, causing residents to wonder about the sense of bothering to live in a so-called gated community. The man has been identified as 23-year-old Shamar Brown from Eltham Park in St. Catherine. Reports are that the police who were patrolling the area intercepted a vehicle of suspected robbers whom they believed to have broken into a home in Phoenix Park. The men allegedly opened fire on the lawmen, which was reciprocated. During the exchange of bullets, Brown was fatally shot. And A very expensive watch is said to have been retrieved from the vehicle. To end the news, here are our main points. Maitland seeks case dismissal in Donnelly Donaldson murder trial. Counselor apprehends man who abducted 6-year-old girl. Holness and Warmington standoff in Parliament. Prime Minister Mia Motley on Forbes 100 most powerful women in the world list. And Miss Jamaica Universe returns home after serious fall. Thank you for tuning in. I am Puchilu Badu, and remember, if it no go so, it nearly go so.